How do buyers verify a seller's claims? So you may be familiar with the process of an M&A deal, but I'm just going to quickly walk through it. Typically, if you're selling your company, the process is you talk to a buyer, you come to an agreement on the very broad terms of what the sale is going to look like. You put those into a term sheet or a letter of intent, non-binding, but it just says, here's what we've agreed to. Now we're going to put those into formal documents. And then you go through what's called the diligence process, where the buyer gets to come in, look at all your books, look at all your records, talk to your employees, potentially inspect your facilities, look at your office. And the purpose of this is, again, to make sure that the claims you've made about the business are true, to do an analysis of your finances and your business operations to make sure that it's a solid company that's going to be a good value for them. And if they find a discrepancy or a concern, it doesn't necessarily mean the deal is dead. It just means they're going to adjust those terms. So maybe they lower the purchase price. Maybe they require you to stay on with the company for a while to make sure that the transition goes smoothly. That's why that initial letter of intent is non-binding, because those terms almost always change during the diligence process. Again, assuming they don't find anything that really makes them not want to buy the company anymore. Once you've gotten through diligence, you finalize your binding agreements that say, here are the terms of the purchase and here's what it's going to look like. Then you close and they take over the company. So diligence is, scary for some people, but that's the whole way that the buyer makes sure that what they're buying is what they thought they were buying. And it's why it's so important to be prepared well ahead of time so that you're able to address any concerns or questions that buyers have. I'm John Hood, M&A attorney. And please, if you have a question, we'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments and we'll talk about it next time.